Hey y'all, hey, thanks for tuning into my channel. It's me, Spencer, and I'm going to be doing a small appliance review. I have the new Ninja Nutri Blender Pro IQ blender right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys my honest review along with a couple of demos. One of the reasons why I chose to try out this blender was because the Auto IQ feature. The Auto IQ feature that it does have is the One Touch Intelligence. There are two preset Auto IQ programs, which are Crush and Smoothie. With one single press, you should be able to liquefy whole fruits and veggies and also crush ice or crush whole ice. So the blender includes two 24-ounce Ninja cups with the spout lids and also the Pro extractor blades. The power base is also at 100 watts and it's pretty heavy. It has those rubber, what do you call those? Suctions or stoppers underneath, and that just kind of prevents the blender from moving around when you're blending. So my first impression is that I believe that this blender feels like it's really premium. It's well made, and I did pay $79 for it. I think it was on sale at Best Buy for just $79, like 80 bucks. So it does feel really premium. For 80 bucks, it was under $100, and it feels like a premium expensive blender. It doesn't feel cheap at all. And the actual retail price is $89, so about $90. So let's just see if this is worth the money. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a little frappuccino or a iced coffee or frozen coffee. And I'm just going to add my ingredients into the Ninja cup, the little tumbler. And I'm starting off with some almond milk. So I'm going to add a few scoops of this cappuccino powder. I picked this up from the grocery store, Stater Brothers. You can find this online also at Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. But it's just a mocha cappuccino mix, and it's caffeine free, and it's pretty good. I love it. And this particular one is actually sugar free, but they do have one made with sugar. And like I said, I'll leave the description below. And so since that cappuccino powder is caffeine free, I'm going to go ahead and add a double shot of espresso to the tumbler, just so that I can have a little pick me up. And now it's time for some ice. And the espresso that I did add, it was pretty warm. I had just brewed it prior to starting the video, so it was still warm. And I'm just going to add a little bit more ice, just because, like I said, the espresso was actually hot when I poured it in the tumbler. So now I'm just going to go ahead and seal it with the lid, and I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the blender or to the power base. So one thing I didn't know is that you have to make sure that the tumbler is actually locked into place on the blender or on the power base, or it's not going to work. So I was trying to actually start it, but not realizing that I needed to actually lock it into place before it would even work. So I guess that's a good safety feature, is to make sure that it's locked in place. So this is me just struggling, but I do finally figure it out. And so like I was saying, once you click it, this display screen is going to show 00. So that just shows you that it's actually locked. And I just press crush, and now it's just doing its thing. So it's blending on its own, which is pretty dope. And it does it for 60 seconds. And now it's done. Actually, I think it was done prior to the 60 seconds, but I just allowed it just to go ahead and blend through and finish out the time. But it was done, and everything was nice and smooth. I didn't have any ice chunks. The ice was actually crushed, and everything was blended well. I'm gonna open and remove the lid, and I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer it to a mason jar, so that way you guys can just see how smooth the coffee is. So that's it, a frappuccino or a frozen coffee within 60 seconds, which is pretty delicious also. So I'm going to go ahead and do a smoothie next. So I'm going to start off with 1 cup of frozen strawberries. I'm also going to add 1 cup of fresh watermelon, and it's just diced fresh watermelon. And now I'm adding some Greek yogurt, and this is just plain Greek yogurt. And this is about 1/3 of a cup. I'm also adding a tablespoon of monk fruit sweetener simple syrup. And it's just a sugar alternative. And now I'm adding some ice. And I'm also going to add some almond milk. So now I'm going to go ahead and place the lid back on and go ahead and start blending. And I'm going to press the smoothie preset. And you know, this is going to take a little bit of getting used to, but once I hit smoothie, I keep thinking that you have to hit start, but you don't even have to press start. You just hit smoothie and then it's going to go ahead and blend everything. So don't think you need to press start. You don't have to. It's just going to continue to blend for you. So don't worry about pressing start. And then it's going to go ahead and blend for 60 seconds. So in 60 seconds, you'll have a smoothie. And if you think you don't need 60 seconds, you can always stop it, because it does have a start and stop button. So if you think that it's done prior to the 60 seconds, then just go ahead and push stop. But I'm just let it do its thing and go the whole full 60 seconds. So it's done, and I'm just going to go ahead and transfer this over to another mason jar, so that way we can just see if there's any chunks or if there's any lumps in it. So we have the top off, and as you can see, this smoothie is pretty smooth. The texture is pretty nice. It's nice and smooth and thin. So guys, I'm really impressed with this Ninja Nutri Blender Pro. I think it is really worth checking out. The texture of the smoothies were really spot on. There was no grittiness or lumps, and that's for me, it's everything that I look for in a smoothie. I really don't like the chunks and the lumps. I just like everything blended through. And for 80 bucks, I don't think that was a bad deal. So I'm going to be using this more often. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys are going to try this blender out, or are you going to just go ahead and pass. But if you do try it out, let me know what you guys think. Talk to you later. Bye.